Nevada in white, Southern Illinois in maroon, and it's controlled by the Salukis. And here is Marcus Bartley, the transfer out of St. Louis, who is a difference maker for the Salukis running the point.
Nevada is a strictly man-to-man defensive team. They're tall, but not in the interior, so keep an eye on how they guard Saluki big man Kavion Pippin, number 33.
Aaron Cook trying to drive baseline, gets all the way to the hoop against Lindsey Drew for the first 2 points of the ballgame.
Loved how Aaron Cook used his body. Lindsey Drew is a long point guard, 6'4", super long wingspan, but he took away the shot blocking ability when he went into the chest.
Here is Caroline going to the body of Kavion Pippin, and the ball comes out to Aaron Cook.
Was there any doubt who they were going to run the first play for? Really, I mean, seriously. We already mentioned number 24, Jordan Caroline, started his career at Southern Illinois. You have to believe that this game means more to him than probably any game that he's played in, with the exception of maybe last year in the NCAA tournament.
Kick out. Sean Lloyd Jr. Kavion Pippin had to adjust the shot and still puts it in. That's one where you just say, thank you.
Yeah, well, he's smiling, and I appreciate it. Sometimes when college players, they make ugly baskets or lucky baskets, and they pretend as if like they practice that all the time. At least he gave us a smile.
On the curl, Kendall Stevens short. The rebound batted back out to Stevens. He's a shooter, knocks down the three.
Kendall Stevens is the best pure shooter on the floor. He's not the #1 shooter as far as percentage goes, but his form is flawless, and he's a tall jump shooter as well, 6'7".
Shoots it at almost 42% from three-point land on the season. Cook against Drew. Shot clock at 10. Good ball movement. Bartley for three, off the mark, and the rebound is grabbed by Cody Martin. Part of the identical twins, Cody and Caleb Martin.
And Caleb is their leading scorer. He is not on the floor right now. He's number 10. They've been bringing him off the bench because the bench has given them hardly any production, especially on the road.
So Caleb came off the bench in the last game, and he scored 22 points in the victory against UC Davis on Tuesday. Here's Stevens, second three. Kendall Stevens, he's coming off a game where he had 16 on Tuesday. He had 19 in his previous game. He's got 6 so far.
He's already feeling it. He's already, nodding his head. Plays with a lot of swagger. Coming into the game, 79 of his 94 shots were from three. It's what he does.
Pippin off the glass, got it, and the foul.
Nevada's going to run a lot of screens for Kendall Stevens, but how about Kavion Pippin? That's his second really difficult shot that he's made already. Normally, an inside presence can go to either hand, jump hook, but showing that he's got a medium range game as well.
And a 75% free throw shooter on the season gives the Salukis the 1-point lead, as he's got 5 of the 7 here for Southern Illinois early on.
This is going up. I'm serious.
Well, we talk about Kavion Pippin. His coach, Barry Hinson, said he is the key to this game. Barry Hinson in his 5th year as the head coach for this Salukis squad. Coached at Missouri State from 1999 to 2008. Really enjoyed talking to him last night. Stevens for three, his 3rd of the game, rattles in and out. Hall the offensive rebound and putback.
Josh Hall, normally not known for his scoring, but that's what he does on the offensive glass. They're not going to run any plays for him, so the only way he's going to get to touch the ball is if he attacks misses.
Bartley picks up the dribble, trying to find Pippin, turns it over. Here comes Drew. Up ahead, Hall has it blocked. And this will be off the leg of Drew. No, excuse me, it's actually going to be off of Cook. And the officials will get together. Deldre Carr, Garrett Shannon are going to talk. Shannon said it's going to be off of, hang on, now he's going to correct it.
Yeah.
And it will be off of Drew.
He just pointed the wrong way, that's all.
Eric Musselman in his 3rd year as the head coach for Nevada. Led the Wolfpack to their first NCAA tournament appearance since 2007. They won their first regular season Mountain West title in school history. They also won the conference tournament.
And I competed against his Golden State Warriors team. He was the head coach for the Warriors in the early 2000s. That was during my first 2 years in the NBA with the Phoenix Suns. And that Warriors team had Jason Richardson, Cliff Robinson, Eric Dampier. So he's been around the block.
Pippen has been a factor here early on for the Salukis. Already 7 of the 9 points for Southern Illinois. Caroline for 3. A rebound for Pippen. Jordan Caroline, a 28.6% shooter from deep. Armand Fletcher off the backboard, able to put it in. One of the good friends of Jordan Caroline. Caroline couldn't convert, Fletcher does.
Armand Fletcher is on fire lately in his last 3 games, shooting close to 60%.
Drew dribbles in, then dribbles back out, and a turnover. A good start here for the Salukis of Southern Illinois, coming off 102 points on Tuesday. Fletcher just flings one up. Happy holidays indeed. Barry Henson in his 5th year as the head coach for the Salukis. Southern Illinois, located in Carbondale, Illinois. You might say, where exactly is that? About 5 hours south of Chicago, 2 hours southeast
at the very end, right? Like the very end of Illinois.
Yeah, you can't get much farther south. That's pretty much why they call it Southern Illinois.
Gotcha.
The name fits.
I'm with you, homie. I'm with you.
That's why you went to Stanford.
Yeah. I mean, Illinois is a big state, man. The South could be a lot of cities.
A little crossover move right there by Fletcher.
I like this matchup, Justin. Armand Fletcher and Cody Martin. Awesome.
Shot clock down to 6. Bartley. Cook has it deflected. The closeout there by Caleb Martin, who came in. Caleb Martin now to the hoop, takes the bump. They're going to wave it off. Offensive foul.
I don't like this call just because I'm feeling for Caleb Martin. I remember when I played, he's trying to avoid the charge by stepping to the side. To me, how do you take a charge with your right shoulder blade? Like, don't you have to square up on a guy and take it? His feet were there, but Caleb was trying to avoid it, and I feel like the referee should take that into account.
Yeah, I think Manu Ginobili is like, you can't get a charge on a European step through.
Every player in America or in the world should pay Manu Ginobili a nickel every time they do a Euro step.
Fletcher, the step back, no. And the rebound is pulled down by Hallis Cook, who is checked in. Out of that timeout. Caroline, the pull-up from the free throw line is good. His first 2 points of the game.
So they dared him to take that first 3-point shot from the wing. And he took it, and it back-rimmed it. Jordan Caroline, I'm not saying he can't shoot threes. He's under 30% on the year. He is very effective in the mid-range.
Lloyd Jr. knocks down the 3. Sean Lloyd Jr. is shooting at almost 47% from three-point land.
And an aggressive scorer coming on lately, too. Sean Lloyd, 6'5", athletic, quick, powerful.
Caroline puts it on the floor against Pippen, able to finish, and you could see he's into it.
Look, he's already an emotional player, but this game, the fact that he started his freshman year at Southern Illinois, and like his rivalry with Kavion Pippen is palpable early as well.
Off the double team, deflected out of bounds, will stay Southern Illinois ball. Jordan Caroline began his career at Southern Illinois. 33 games, averaged over 9 and 6 rebounds. And speaking with Barry Henson yesterday, he said that Jordan Caroline, leaving Southern Illinois, it tore him up. It still tears him up to this day. He loves that kid. He said, we've never had a player leave our program after 1 year like that. And to see him leave, he said, like I said, still tears him up. The other way, tearing it up is Cody Martin.
I love Cody Martin's game. I mean, Caleb is their leading scorer, number 10, but Cody is the more all-around player, a guy that leads his team in assists, but both of them can get up and throw down.
Cook along the baseline, cut off. Smith-Peters into the game. He's a shooter. Jonathan Wiley also in. The three by Bartley. A good closeout. Caroline with the rebound up ahead. Here comes Cody. Leaving it off, and the finish by Kendall Stevens, who's got 8 so far, and a 2-point lead for Nevada. A 6-0 run for the Wolfpack. Notice how the run has happened since Caleb Martin has checked in.
That's right. A lot of teams like to run. This Nevada team relishes the opportunity to get out on the open floor and show off their athleticism and versatility.
Tyler Smith-Peters trying to feed Sean Moy Jr. One on the shot clock, puts it up, he gets fouled as the shot clock was expiring, and that's going to be a 3-shot foul. They want to look at it to make sure it's going to be a 3-shot foul. The foul is going to be on Kendall Stevens.
Tyler Smith-Peters is a very good three-point shooter, and I think Kendall Stevens just got a little overzealous. You have to go straight up in this situation. See, he's not straight up. That is a good call. And even though the Nevada Wolfpack coaching staff complained, this is how that rule is being officiated on the perimeter. You see it more often in the post, where a guy's here. That's not straight up. He's at a diagonal angle. Easy call. Easy call.
I believe it's going to stay as a 3-shot foul. Smith-Peters on the season, 12 of 18 at the free throw line. It will be a 3-shot foul. And the foul was called against Kendall Stevens. Third team foul against Nevada.
Smith-Peters is a guy that he has 65 career starts, but he has sacrificed some of his playing time, put his ego to the side. He comes off the bench, but this is a guy that could get hot in a hurry. He's kind of like, you know, we've already seen Kendall Stevens, number 21 for Nevada, get going. He is their version for the Salukis.
Marcus Bartley goes to the bench. Tyler Smith-Peters missed last year, a medical red shirt, as he injured his knee in his first game of the season. A career 38% three-point shooter, knocks all three down to give the Salukis a 1-point lead. Cody Martin, offensive foul. So now the Martin twins each have an offensive foul in this game.
Justin, that's a scouting report charge right there from Aaron Cook, because I know that Coach Henson's been going over what Cody and Caleb Martin like to do. And what is that? Anytime they get a smaller guy, they love to back him down in the post. And right there, he fell for the bait. A smart play.
Smith-Peters trying to get open for the three. Kendall Stevens right on top of him. Wiley goes to the reverse, has it partially blocked, and that one is blocked, and now a foul will be called here against Wiley.
Oh, we got a fun game here, partner. 11:36 still remaining in the first half. Caleb Martin to Cody Martin. If you're a Wolfpack fan, you're already used to this. This is their first season together. Identical twins. These guys can ball. Nevada, though, is still trailing by 1.
The Las Vegas Classic on FS1 is sponsored by Continental Tire. A look at the strip here in Las Vegas. And right now, it seems like Kavion Pippen enjoys playing here in Las Vegas.
Well, he's a problem for Nevada defensively. They don't have, Kavion Pippen is 6'10". He's the tallest player on the floor. And although Nevada defensively is active and versatile, he's getting positioned deep in the paint, and he's already 3 for 3 from the field right now, so confidence is growing.
Cody Martin now running the point here.
A 2-3 zone from Southern Illinois.
Caleb for 3, knocks it down. Caleb Martin from three-point land shoots it at 46%. That's how you can tell a difference between the twins.
You're right. Caleb not only scores a little bit more, the reason why he scores more is because he's a fantastic three-point shooter. Cody hardly ever takes them.
Cody just 2 for 11 from 3 on the season. Shot clock down to 9 in the corner. Wiley, and he gets called for steps.
And this is easy zone offense. 2-3 zone, and Caleb had his hands and feet ready. He's got a kind of a funky release. He kicks his legs out almost like spread eagle style, but it's effective. It works for him.
Some substitutions for both teams. Into the game for Nevada, Lindsey Drew comes back in. Also into the game, Elijah Foster for the first time, number 12.
This is an ISO right here. To clear out. Now ball screen.
Caleb facing the double team. Has the size to get out of it. Pulls up for 3 again. Got it again. He can light it up in a hurry.
That wasn't a design play. It was just kind of impromptu. Lindsey Drew, number 14. He's a reluctant shooter. He would rather dish it off. Difficult shot there. It wasn't terrible defense.
Sean Lloyd gets into the paint, kicks it back out. Fletcher for 3. And the rebound going up high is Caleb Martin. Thought about a heat check. Foster off the backboard, no good. Tyler Smith-Peters with a rebound. Lloyd the hesitation. Tried to find Marcus Bartley, good defense.
You can see the length that Nevada has. Here's again, watch this 3. This is a dribble handoff kind of, or excuse me, just kind of a brush screen, you call that. And it's legal.
Josh Hall is back in, replacing Alice Cook. Good ball fake. And the rebound is pulled down by Lindsey Drew. Trailer, Hall. And a foul. Elijah Foster will go to the free throw line.
Josh Hall, number 33, has played a nice role for Nevada today. Just a nice heady play, playing within himself, getting the ball inside the paint. Look, offense, whether you run plays or not, the idea is to put pressure on the defense, to draw a secondary defender. Picture perfect right there.
Elijah Foster makes the first free throw. The foul was called against Tyler Smith-Peters, who goes to the bench. Aaron Cook comes back in. 3 team fouls against Southern Illinois.
Kavion Pippen is back in for Southern Illinois. Expect them to go into him on this next offensive possession. Again, this Nevada team is a tall team across the board, but their tallest guys are only 6'8". And they are Darian Williams and Elijah Foster, the guy who just shot the free throw.
An 8-0 run here for the Wolfpack. Here's Pippen setting the screen. Cook fading away, has it blocked by Drew. There's that length of the Wolfpack.
Yeah, you think you have a step-back jumper, and instead, Lindsey Drew's hands right in your face.
And now a foul will be called against Kavion Pippen. That's going to be number 2 against Pippen, so that's a critical foul against him as Rudy Stradniks will come in. Also back in the game is Cody Martin to replace Kendall Stevens. So mark that down, 9-10 in the first half, and the second foul for Kavion Pippen. And his team trailing here by 7 points. Kick out to the corner. Good ball movement. Hall for 3. In and out. Tipped out of bounds. Asking for help. It's going to be off of Southern Illinois. It will be Nevada ball.
It looked to me like it was off number 10, Caleb Martin, when he tried to go for that offensive rebound. But
Drew, step back jumper. And the rebound is pulled down by Sean Lloyd. Into the corner, Cook for 3. No, weak side rebound for Elijah Foster.
I'd like to see Armand Fletcher, number 22 in red, be a little bit more aggressive. We've only seen him shoot 1 time. He's their leading scorer.
Caleb Martin for three, knocks down another one. He's 3 for 3 from three-point land, and a timeout taken here by the Salukis. 11-0 run for Nevada.
Look, this Nevada offense is dangerous. It's extra dangerous if you allow Caleb Martin to feel it from deep.
An 11-0 run for Nevada, and they now lead by 10 over Southern Illinois, who is 0 for their last 7 from the floor. They have not scored in almost 4 minutes. And you can see the difference by having the twins on the floor at the same time, Caleb and Cody Martin for Nevada.
Special players. I mean, I really like big guards, and we were talking to head coach Eric Musselman, and he feels the same way. In fact, he told us when he was the coach for the Golden State Warriors, he had Earl Boykins and Speedy Claxton. I played with Speedy Claxton for a year in New Orleans, who were 2 of the smallest guards in the NBA, and they were effective. But he goes, my strategy changed once I started getting big point guards. And you can see the advantage that they have. They're so much more versatile. You can't switch on them because they'll make you pay. They can guard. Like, you can switch ball screens with Caleb and Cody Martin. There's just so many more things you can do the bigger players that you have.
So just getting an update on the situation right now. Deldre Carr just told us that they reported a foul at the 14:49 mark on the player who got fouled, not the player who committed the foul. And by the way, you mentioned Speedy Claxton. In college, that was the first game I ever called.
Really?
Hofstra against BU. Speedy Claxton for Hofstra. His coach, Jay Wright.
GQJ doing his thing. Now the head coach of Villanova, the #1 team in the land. How impressive have they been over the course of the last 4 years?
They've just been awesome. Shot clock down to 4 here. Cook loses it, has it taken away by Josh Hall. Hall bounce pass and good defense by Smith-Peters to take that one away. Now up in the air, and he throws it away to Caleb Martin.
Caleb wanted to pull up.
Yeah, he did.
He knew that was going to be a bad shot, but he's feeling it, right? So he knows that Eric Musselman is going to understand if he pulls the trigger a little bit quick.
Hall. Shot clock to 10.
And Martin lost a shoe in the corner. He's putting it on right now.
Foster. Little turnarounds. Over. Rudy Stradnick's 13-0 run, 12-point lead.
The hardest things to guard in basketball. I know we love the three-point shot, and so do I, but one of the hardest things to guard is a big guy that gets deep post position. You have to double team. Almost every good big guy in college can take 2 dribbles and go to a jump hook.
Stradnick's fading away with that hook off the glass. Rudy Stradnick's, he's not a scorer. Gets just 12.5 minutes per game, and he snaps that drought for the Salukis. Drew, able to hang and get all the way to the hoop.
Love the patience that he showed there in that pick and roll. Lindsey Drew is one of Eric Musselman's first recruits. He played at Fairfax High School in LA for legendary coach Harvey Catani. So you know he's well coached. He originally committed to Arizona State.
Caleb Martin with his 4th 3 of the half. He's got 12 points in 9 minutes. It is an 18-2 run, and timeout taken by the Salukis.
You owned your car for 4 years. You named it Brad. You loved Brad, and then you totaled him. You two had been through everything together. 2 boyfriends, 3 jobs. You're like, nothing can replace Brad. Then Liberty Mutual calls, and you break into your happy dance.
If you sign up for Better Car Replacement, we'll pay for a car that's a model year newer with 15,000 fewer miles than your old one. Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
All right, Casey, you know about this feeling. Heat check.
Look, that's terrible defense. Let's be honest, too, okay? I don't want to call out Tyler Smith-Peters, but I feel like I have to.
Yeah.
This guy's hit 3 3-pointers in a row. You were backpedaling with your hands in your pocket. Not sure. Like, at that point, you've got to say, look, we're going to make Caleb Martin do something else, and I'm going to trust my defense behind me. That is as easy of a pull-up jumper as Caleb's had all season.
And by the way, Barry Hinson just took out Tyler Smith-Peters. And And an offensive foul, illegal screen set by Rudy Stradniks. So a turnover out of the timeout by Southern Illinois. And that's got to just frustrate Barry Hinson. His team has won 3 straight, coming off the most points they've scored since 1998, 102 in the victory of North Carolina A&T. Back into the game is Jordan Caroline. Caleb, the hesitation to the hoop, puts it in. His first 2-point field goal, and he's got 14 here in the half. He is yet to miss.
The aggressiveness which every single Nevada player plays with on offense is impressive. They trust each other.
Along the baseline, Wiley too strong, and Cody Martin goes up high for the rebound. Finding his brother, the trailer, and he got called for steps.
Just the patience. Caleb Martin on fire all day. And that was an identical twin pick and roll. You might as well just switch it, right? They're identical twins. They're the same size. Instead, a miscommunication, and they make you pay.
Armand Fletcher's been quiet here in the first half. Stradniks, he had the opportunity to go straight up with it. Took a dribble and dribbled into trouble.
See the deflection that Josh Hall had on that? I mean, he was completely out of that play. Doesn't give up on it. Comes back in and deflects the ball.
A tip ball on the inbounds with the length of Lindsey Drew. It will stay Southern Illinois ball with 11 on the shot clock.
He has a 6'10" wingspan, okay? He's only 6'4" standing. He's got some wicked awesome hair that probably makes him about 6'6". We're looking at him now, but 6'10" wingspan, impressive.
In and out the toilet bowl. Caroline underneath for Drew, who adjusts. Good job altering that shot by Wiley. Cook forcing it. Trying to get something going here for Southern Illinois. Caroline to the hoop, takes it, and the foul.
You know what makes Nevada so dangerous, besides the fact that they have so many good scorers? Anybody who gets a rebound can push the break. Like, seriously, anybody. Their 5-man will get a rebound and push the break. That time, Jordan Caroline, their forward, running the floor. He can shoot, he can drive. This Nevada team offensively is unselfish, especially in the open floor. You have to do whatever you can. If you're Southern Illinois right now, you have to do what you can to limit your turnovers and take Nevada out of transition. Because if you're going to play the full court, you don't have a chance. So whether you have to go zone or get the ball out of the Martin brothers' hands, whatever you have to do to make them play half court, you got to do it.
Jordan Caroline converts the 3-point play. It's a 23-2 run over the last 7+ minutes. Who is going to step up here for Southern Illinois? Stradniks just picked up his second foul. Armand Fletcher getting to the hoop, can't finish. The rebound for Cody Martin. Drew back to Cody Martin for 3. And the rebound for Smith-Peters.
You know Nevada's feeling good offensively when Cody Martin rises inside, because he's only made 2 threes all season.
A steal here by Hall. Leaves it back. Stevens can shoot the 3. This time he misses. Offensive rebound for Caroline in the putback. His father is Simeon Rice. He looks like a football player, and he went up like a football player.
One of the best offensive rebounders on the West Coast is Jordan Caroline. He's undersized, but he doesn't care.
A foul here against Cody Martin, but it has been all Wolfpack. Jordan Caroline off the miss, loves the offensive glass, flexing his muscles against his former team. laughing on that.
I appreciate that. The improved play of Trey Holder. Like, folks, if you're watching this game right now and you haven't seen Arizona State play, tune in. The Sun Devils are a treat to watch. They are a guard-dominant team, but they share the basketball, and they're really confident.
Jonathan Wiley able to hit to make it a 20-point game with 3 minutes to go here in the first half.
And the bottom of that list that we showed was TCU. TCU beat this Nevada team 2 weeks ago.
Guess what? Kavion Pippen had come back in with 2 fouls. He just picked up his 3rd, trying to slap the ball away from Jordan Caroline.
He and Jordan Caroline have been talking trash since the tip of this game. And I feel like Kavion Pippen needs to be a little bit more cautious, because if I'm being completely honest, Justin, he is way more important to his team than Jordan Caroline is for his team, because Nevada has so many weapons. If you take Jordan Caroline away, they can still drop 90 on you. I'm not sure this Southern Illinois team can score 70 without Kavion in the lineup.
I agree with you. Misses both, and the rebound to Armand Fletcher. Smith-Peters in traffic, kick out, Lloyd on the baseline. Wiley hits the jumper. Now I'm looking over at the Southern Illinois bench, and I see Marcus Bartley sitting on the ground. He had been battling back spasms in practice the last couple of days, and he's been out for a while. You wonder if the back is flaring up as Caroline is short on the baseline jumper.
And why is that significant? Well, Bartley is the best pure point guard that they have. Not only is he a good three-point shooter, but he leads them in assists. He's a creator. And you can see right now, they're kind of staring at each other looking for who's going to help me get an easy shot.
Rudy Stradnick's able to put one in. Under 2 to go here in the opening half, 41-25. The 10-2 Wolfpack leading.
You see, when Southern Illinois can score and they can set their defense, this Nevada team is so much more, I'm not going to say they're easy to guard, but they're easier.
Are you kidding me? The 5th 3 of the game for Caleb Martin. He's 5 for 5 from 3. 17 points here in the first half. He averages 18.5 per game.
Caleb and Cody, you know their jersey numbers have always just been 1 digit apart since high school. At Oak Hill, they were number 4 and number 5. At NC State, they were number 14 and number 15. And now at Nevada, they're number 10 and number 11. I don't know why they keep changing the numbers, but they make sure that they're just 1 digit apart. And how about the day, or excuse me, the night that Caleb is having in the first half?
He's coming off the bench because his coach, Eric Musselman, wants some scoring off the bench. He's providing that scoring off the bench.
In their previous 3 games away from their home arena, Nevada got a combined total of 15 bench points, and it was an issue. And the coaching staff is like, what can we do? And they said, you know what? Let's just bring Caleb, the best scorer on our team. Let's put him in the second unit, and it has helped them a little bit.
Stradnick's for 3. Rudy Stradnick's just his second 3 of the year, now 2 of 12 from three-point land. Ballin'. Stevens trying to pass it underneath, has that one taken away. Under a minute to go, Smith-Peters finding Stradnick's.
Yeah, Jordan the post got Lindsey Drew on him, 6'4".
And that's going to be off the foot of Jonathan Wiley. Nobody to create off the dribble.
Well, you know, I understand that Stradnick is not normally a creator, right? He's a big guy, plays within his own role. But why was he rushing? He had Lindsey Drew. I don't understand why big guys are often afraid of the double team. Invite the double team. Then you create an advantage. It seems like he was avoiding the double team, and because of that, he turned the ball over.
Lindsey Drew, Nevada holding for the final shot. Stevens sets the pick. Drew off to Caroline. Caroline underneath in traffic. No. Gets the rebound. Puts it back. No. Drew's put back is good. And that's the way this first half will come to a close. 46-28. Nevada leading Southern Illinois at the half. After this commercial break, we'll get you back to L.A. Rob Stone, Steve Lavin, Jim Jackson will have the halftime report. This first half belonged to Caleb Martin, who had 17 on 6 of 6 from the floor.
I'm not sure I ever went 5 for. So if I was 5 for 5 from 3 in the first half, my dad would have been like, "Why aren't you shooting more? You should be 5 for 10."
Josh Hall on the baseline puts it in.
Yeah, Josh Hall has had a remarkable game. I mean, you know, that's his second bucket of the game, but he's been everywhere. He's made his presence felt, even though he's not kind of a headliner for this team.
A tip ball there by Cody Martin, a turnover. Caroline has it stripped. Kavion Pippen playing with those 3 fouls. Fletcher back the other way, and a foul on the floor will be called against Lindsey Drew. That'll be the first foul against Drew, the team's first.
Just looking at Jordan Caroline, I mean, I try to make it, like, you know, I don't try to make a habit of talking about guys' biceps and stuff, right? But, hey, he is impressive. I mean, he looks like an NFL D end, and he should, because his dad was an NFL star.
Kendall Stevens, the corner 3. That's his third 3. He opened up 2 for 2 from three-point land.
That's right. He got the three-point parade started. Caleb took it over. But, you know, again, the comment I made in the first half is Stevens is actually the best pure shooter in a white jersey.
Triple team against Pippen, and Pippen able to keep that ball up high, never brought it down, and finishes. He had 7 quick points. Those are his first 2 in a long time.
Yeah, he battled foul trouble. I thought that he got a little bit too caught up in the trash talking with this guy right here, Jordan Caroline. I thought Caroline got the better of Kavion.
And there's the foul against Pippen, and that's where you have to know that you've got 3 fouls, and you could see Caroline, they were almost daring him to shoot, and he was setting himself up to go at him.
I'm shocked that Southern Illinois hasn't gone to zone to protect just one player right there, Kavion. Not anybody else, but he's so important to what they do, and Caroline is under his skin. He drives it right at him every time. And I just feel like if you put Kavion, maybe play a 2-3 zone, put Kavion right in front of the basket, protect it from some foul trouble, and see if you can get your offense going maybe.
4th foul against Kavion Pippen. So Rudy Stradniks comes in. Barry Hinson said Pippen will be the key to this game.
He has been.
He has. I mean, good or bad. 1 of 2 at the free throw line for Jordan Caroline.
Caleb Martin's been pretty important, by the way, partner.
Well, sorry, key to the game for Southern Illinois.
There you go.
Cook cut off. Shot clock to 8. Lloyd, the pull-up. Doesn't get the roll. The tip, no. Another attempt, and that is Armand Fletcher. 2 offensive rebound tips, and that are the first 2 second chance points of the game for the Salukis. They're also the first 2 offensive rebounds for the Salukis. Caroline. Wow. And that offensive foul, I thought it may have been a foul against Smith-Peters, coming down, raking the arm before the charge.
Well, Tyler Smith-Peters is brave for trying to step in front of a runaway train that is Jordan Caroline. Jordan Caroline doesn't do anything half speed. He screens and he rolls with purpose, and he got ran over. But he popped right back up, though, to his credit.
20-point lead for Nevada. Armand Fletcher. Cook off the glass, no. It's out of bounds. It will be Wolfpack ball.
And Cook, I believe, got this game started. He drove baseline against Lindsey Drew for his first bucket, but he's so worried about getting his shot blocked that he had no chance of really making that.
Turnover, and now a foul called against Kendall Stevens, and that's one of those where Stevens maybe just wanted to stop the fast break opportunity.
Yes, not all fouls are bad fouls. Those are certainly a good one right there. Like, remember I talked about in the first half that Southern Illinois needs to slow this game down. Well, they're down 20 points now, so they can't slow it down. But here's the thing. It's like quicksand. The harder you work, the more you play it, the more you sink into the ground, because Nevada wants this to be a track meet. So now Southern Illinois is caught between a rock and a hard place. Like, what do they do? What tempo do they play at?
Stradniks has it blocked. The rebound for Caroline. Whoa. And that will be a backcourt violation. That's what Stevens was worried about. And then it went off of Stevens' leg and into the hands of Drew, who wasn't across midcourt.
That was a good call. I mean, take your pick. The kickball, the backcourt, whatever. That's a turnover.
Barry Henson yelling, get the ball inside.
Everybody in the gym heard it, though, so Nevada's ears defensively also perked up. Here we go.
Fletcher forcing it. The loose ball comes out to Stevens. Drew up ahead. Drew gets it back off the feed from Cody Martin.
Watching Cody Martin, I know Cody hasn't scored. Caleb has been the star offensively, but watching Cody Martin, Justin, I'm like jealous. I would have loved to have been Cody Martin's teammate. He always has his head up. He's a big guard that can see over and through defenses.
Stradniks had it knocked out of bounds. Will stay Southern Illinois ball.
Kick ahead. Look, you see the eyes are up. He wasn't even looking at the basket. He was looking at his teammates who were cutting. Man, I would have, anytime number 11 gets the ball, I would have been actively trying to cut or get open with my hands ready, and that bad boy was going to go up.
By the way, Caleb just checked back in. Lloyd forces the contact, and he gets the whistle and the bucket. A chance for a three-point play for Sean Lloyd Jr. when we come back. 15:54 to go. All Wolfpack, but something positive here for the Salukis. Sean Lloyd Jr. at the free throw line trying to convert the three-point play. Lloyd with 5 points. And he stays at 5 as the rebound comes into the hands of Cody Martin, who now has 7 rebounds on the game. A 20-point lead for the Wolfpack, trying to move to 11-2 on the season. Cody, difficult shot off the back of the rim. Stradniks, and the ball comes down to Lloyd.
And because Nevada's all same size, they just switch everything. So you're trying to run your offense, and you're not really gaining an advantage until you drive the gap.
And that's what Tyler Smith-Peters does right there.
You can't mess around with Nevada on the perimeter. You're not going to gain anything by doing that.
Do you think there's a message of letting Caroline shoot the three?
Oh, yeah. From the very beginning, Southern Illinois made it very clear that if Caroline wants to hoist up some 20-footers, he can do it all night long. Not this guy, though.
Caleb, perfect in the first half. Driving off the glass, remains perfect. 19 now on the night, and he's 7 for 7 from the floor.
And when you're on fire from three, Justin, it makes it that much easier to get a half of a step on your guy. But that shot wasn't easy. The touch from Caleb, who's the best scorer, probably the best scorer in the Mountain West Conference.
In the corner, Lloyd Jr. for 3, no, and the rebound for Cody Martin. Up ahead, here comes Caroline.
Oh, wide open underneath. He missed him.
Back cut. On the floor. Timeout taken by Southern Illinois.
I didn't think he had possession. That's
Scott Bennett said he had possession enough to get the timeout. Eric Musselman didn't agree, but that's the call. Happy holidays. 6 minutes into the second half, 20-point lead for the Wolfpack.
And they're just going to switch everything. Somebody has to drive right here. There you go.
It's Smith-Peters again, but he misses from up close, and the rebound for Jordan Caroline.
double stagger screen for Caleb. Well played there by Smith-Peters.
Drew kept that dribble going. The floater got the roll.
So that's a play that Nevada runs quite a bit, where they're going to ISO, maybe a screen and roll on the side. They're going to run a shooter off a stagger, and whatever thing is covered, they're just going to take exactly what the defense gives, because every single guy can do something on offense. Every single guy, maybe with the exception of Hall out there, can create his own shot.
Stratnick's for three, no, and the rebound for Cody Martin. The 8th rebound of the game for Cody. Caleb back to Cody for the dunk.
Beautiful. I thought that Caleb was going to pull up for three, right? He hasn't missed yet, but that's brotherly love, like literally brotherly love. Being like, you know what? Cody hasn't gotten enough in the scoring column.
Cody's got 4, all 4 off assists from Caleb.
Same play again, right here. Double stagger into a ball screen.
Caleb.
He wants to shoot this three so badly, you can see it, Justin, right?
Now he's going to back him down. 5 on the shot clock. Gets stripped. Caroline with 2 has to put it up. He draws iron, gets the rebound, and he gets fouled.
We've talked a lot about Caleb and Cody Martin, and for good reason. These two guys are special. They're identical twins. They know exactly where each other is going to be in a way that you and I, Justin, just simply can't understand, man. These guys have been playing at Oak Hill Academy, and they went to NC State. They played there for 2 years. They transferred, and now this offense and head coach Eric Musselman is perfect for these two young men. And I think, I was talking to an NBA scout, a friend of mine, and they're not sure whether or not Caleb and Cody are going to be NBA players. I think that they continue to develop. They absolutely have a great chance of being pros.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. And I think they should stay for their senior year. I think they're guys who have the length, the skill set. They can put the ball on the floor. They can defend. And so I think those type of players are always good for the NBA, especially a guy like Caleb who can shoot it. You always want those guys.
I was going to say, especially a guy like Cody. I actually think Cody's got a better chance of sticking than Caleb just because of his passing ability. He's a slightly better defender, in my opinion. Cody is a slightly better defender, a better rebounder. And, yeah, just these guys have really impressed me.
Pippen is back in the game with those 4 fouls. And a foul will be called against Elijah Foster. And you know the entire bench for Southern Illinois just held their breath because it was coming in the direction of Pippen. They're like, oh, no, don't tell me he just fouled out. Well, he didn't. He was able to draw a foul instead. But it's 62-38 Nevada.
I'm disappointed that he changed it. I think that's a style that fits his personality in his basketball game. Kind of carefree, flamboyant. Ooh, watch it. Uh-oh.
Everyone's all right. The foul is called against Josh Hall. Sean Lloyd Jr. will go to the free throw line.
So who's the most famous Saluki to ever put on a uniform?
Come on. Walt Clyde Frazier.
The man.
The question is, did he bring his style and flair?
Yeah.
Because we saw the hair. We just showed that before in that promo of Jordan Caroline. I mean, that hair is nothing compared to what Clyde the Glide.
On a daily basis, right?
Oh. The suits, the fur coats.
I wonder how many suits Walt Frazier has. He's now the broadcaster for the Knicks.
And I said Clyde the Glide. Walt Clyde Frazier and Clyde the Glide Drexler. But Walt Clyde Frazier.
So I didn't know that Southern Illinois was a Division II team in the 1960s when Walt Frazier committed there. And they went Division I his senior year. And he came back. So he was academically ineligible as a junior, Walt Frazier was. Came back as a senior and led them to the NIT championship. And remember, folks, the NIT was just as big as the NCAA at that time. It was in 1967. And they beat Marquette. And that was the beginning of his success at MSG, right? They won 2 championships with the Knicks. Did you know that the Knicks haven't won a championship since Walt Frazier wore a uniform?
You know where I grew up, right?
Yeah, I did. Shouldn't.
You know who my team was growing up, right?
Let me get some tissues.
Yeah, I'm aware of it. I'm aware of it.
1973 is the last time that New York Knickerbockers.
Yeah, trust me, I'm aware of it.
That is amazing.
Pippen, long.
And Pippen's uncle had a lot to do with New York not getting to an NBA final.
Yeah, Pippen's uncle, Scotty, and there was some other guy. Oh, yeah, Michael Jordan. That's right.
Hey, don't forget B.J. Armstrong and Steve Kerr, Tony Kukoc.
I mean, if you're going to go there, you might as well mention John Paxson. I mean,
John Paxson
hitting a game championship clinching shot
against the Suns.
Yep. The dunk, John Starks against the Bulls. I believe that was May 25th, 1993.
What? You know the date of that? That's disgusting.
How about that for disgusting? Hallis Cook.
You're trying to get in on the action. Hallis is a senior. Not a lot of seniors on this roster. This is a team that's going to be back next year. Going to be for sure. And I know how much you love preseason rankings, Justin. This Nevada team is going to be ranked in the preseason top 25. I guarantee it, unless Cody and Caleb Martin leave for the pros.
By the way, that was disgusting, but not quite as disgusting as meat candy. 64-42. Caleb thought about the three. Gets his man up in the air. Doesn't get the foul, and there's the first miss. Smith-Peters for three. In transition, no. Fletcher on the offensive rebound and putback.
And Fletcher has given good effort. He's our leading scorer. He's not a guy that necessarily creates his own shot, which is something that the Southern Illinois team needs, is that Nevada gets another. As Elijah Foster gets an easy reverse. Actually, it wasn't that easy, but Armin Fletcher needs a guy like Marcus Bartley, number 3, who's still laying down in the corner. You can see in the upper left of your screen, a pure point guard that they really missed.
Wiley short on the jumper, chased down by Hallis Cook. Cook into the corner. Caleb leaves it off, and there's foul number 5 against Pippen, and a finish by Elijah Foster.
And I know we have 8.5 minutes still to play, but that's an exclamation point on what has become a transition clinic. Again, this Nevada Wolfpack team, with time and space, they're all unselfish. Not all of them can shoot, but they all are ultra aggressive. They can finish with both hands. How about that finish? Very impressive.
Tavion Pippen fouls out, 11 points on 5 of 6 from the floor in 14 minutes. Foster converts the three-point play.
And they only know one gear. They're still picking up. I mean, it's a soft pickup, but full court, man-to-man pressure. Rarely see this Nevada team play zone.
Ball deflects out to Fletcher. Stradniks and a late whistle, and this will go against Elijah Foster. And that'll send Rudy Stradniks to the free throw line.
It was the right call. Elijah Foster knew that he had backside help responsibility, but he realized it about a half a second late. And at this Division I level, Justin, if you're a half a second late, that's the difference between blocking a shot or fouling a shooter for a layup.
Stradniks knocks down the first. 8 points now for Rudy Stradniks, the junior out of Latvia.
Latvia. You know who's from Latvia. Come on, man. The zinger? Kristaps Porzingis?
Of course.
You call yourself a knicker.
I said I grew up.
The hope for all New York fans.
The unicorn?
The unicorn from Latvia, Kristaps Porzingis. That's passed.
Oh, look at the block, but a foul will be called here against Wiley.
Not sure that was a foul.
If it was Porzingis, it wouldn't be a foul.
No. The unicorn. And just remember, Southern Illinois came off their best offensive outing. Now, granted, it was against North Carolina A&T, which stands for Agriculture and Technology, I believe. Looking at Justin for help on that. I think so. But my point was, they made a season-high 14 threes. So this is not a deadly three-point shooting team, but this was as confident as they're probably going to be coming off that game. And to only have made 2 up until this point has got to be disheartening, because you can't, now that you're down 20, you're going to need the 3-ball to even make this competitive.
The closeout of Nevada with the length. Kick out. Lloyd for 3.
See that closeout right there. Oh, he went in.
Got the roll. Remember, early on, the Salukis led in this game.
I believe Kavion Pippen scored his first 3 times he touched the basketball, including an and one. And he established himself, but foul trouble has completely taken him out of the game. He's fouled out, matter of fact.
Baseline jumper's good for Hallis Cook. And by the way, on that defensive possession, we saw the Salukis go zone. You had brought up the point, should they have gone zone earlier when Pippen was in foul trouble? Pippen has since fouled out.
There's a couple of different reasons why you play zone. Disrupt the rhythm, right? To give another look. But also to protect your own players. Stratnick gets another. He's had himself a fantastic game. But the other reason you play zone is to protect your own guys from foul trouble, especially big guys, especially that. And I was just a little bit surprised. I mean, Coach Hinson knows what he's doing, but I was surprised that they didn't go to that earlier on.
11 points for Stratniks. Shot clock down to 8. It's going to be Cody Martin for 3. For Cody, that is just his 3rd 3 of the season. Now he's just confusing us.
Now I can't tell them apart at all. Everything I just learned went out the window right now.
Who's who? Aaron Cook.
Oh.
Caroline, left open.
Go ahead, G.
He's saying, hey, clear out, clear out. Kick out. Hallis Cook for 3. Tipped, kept alive. Stratniks has the rebound. Armand Fletcher, 3 of 10 in the game.
And you can see it on Armand Fletcher's body language. He is frustrated to no end. He's not necessarily driving to score. He just wants to draw a defender and dish it off.
Too strong on the attempt by Lloyd. Cody Martin up ahead for Jordan Caroline, and Caroline draws the foul, a blocking foul against Stratniks. That'll be the 2nd against him.
So Cody, he leads this team in blocks, assists, and steals. Like, the one thing that he can't do is shoot threes. And now that the game's kind of out of hand, he's like, you know what, maybe I'll get a couple of bullets up. That one swishes through. He's got a nice looking jumper, but he's much more comfortable in that mid-range. He's a very good post-up player for a guard. He likes to step back. But if he develops a three-point shot, I mean, come on, man.
Well, I mean, he is now 1 of 2 from 3 in the game. That's a pretty good percentage.
No comment. Okay. They have the exact same length of beard. Like, that's crazy, right? Like, seriously, it is. Do you think Do you think they like get up and they comb it out and they like measure like, hey, yours is too long, let me trim up? Like it seriously is exactly the same length. Their hair's the exact same length.
Lloyd in the corner for three. No. Brandon Gooch is in. Offensive rebound. Do they count it? They're going to say it's on the floor. I think the beard length just happens naturally.
I can't grow a beard if you gave me 30 years. So I don't know what I'm talking about. Just observing, that's all.
It's 1-1 here for Brendan Gooch. Front rims it. Rebound for Caleb.
The Southern Illinois team was picked to finish 5th in the Missouri Valley Conference. And the Missouri Valley had been dominated by Wichita State over the course, maybe 5-6 years with Greg Marshall as their head coach and all the pros that they've had come through. Well, now Wichita State has moved on. They are now a member of the AAC, the American Athletic Conference. And so the Missouri Valley is open. Who wants to take it? Really interesting storyline in college basketball, I think.
Wichita State was ranked the top 5 earlier this year.
They got beat last week by Oklahoma. Or was it Indiana? No, my mind's playing tricks on me. I wanted to talk about Trae Young. That's why I brought up Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Folks,
I knew where you were going.
If folks haven't seen Trae Young play, he's a freshman point guard for the University of Oklahoma. Or Oklahoma University, however you say it.
It's actually University of Oklahoma, but they call themselves OU.
What?
It's like Kansas. You know what? That might be on tomorrow's airing of our grievances.
Absolutely.
For Festivus.
Festivus, happy Festivus. That's perfect.
You have to tune in for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Being Festivus, airing of grievances. If you're University
horrible.
of, you can't change your initials.
Can't do it.
Happy holidays.
These guys aren't super quick, but they are bouncy. And if they get a step on you, they will dunk it on your head.
Our plays of the game sponsored by Continental Tire. 78-51 here with 3:30 to go. And Cook draws the foul. He'll go to the free throw line. The numbers for the Twins. Caleb. Sad he's not perfect anymore.
Yeah. So he was 5 for 5, and the one he missed, he was open, he pump faked, tried to draw the foul. So I almost like give him a pass on that because it wasn't a real shot attempt.
I thought it was a foul.
It might have been, but I'm shocked. I'm like beyond shocked. I know this game has been out of hand for over 10 minutes now, that he hasn't attempted more threes. Like, honestly, it's one of the most surprising things about this ball game that I'm watching. I mean, he's got the ball right now. What are the odds he pulls up for a 3-ball right now?
Off the pick. Shot clock down to 8. Hallis Cook for 3. Or the odds that he gets an assist.
Those odds weren't very high. So, Caleb, I'm not trying to talk trash about Caleb, but he only averages about 2 assists. And, you know, I'm not going to say he's a reluctant passer, but he's thinking score first and second, then pass third.
Right now, he's playing the point. He's playing his brother. His brother hits the 3. Now he's playing the point, and the 3 in the corner for Aaron Cook. They're just trying to confuse us.
Yeah, just like Oklahoma.
Going back to there, huh?
Frustrating.
I mean, it's Oklahoma, it's Kansas, it's Colorado. They're all like that. At least my college, Boston University, goes by BU.
Yeah, Boston.
Makes sense.
Way to hold it down.
It's not UB. But that's for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's a nice tease there, partner.
We'll have the steel pole as well.
Do young people still watch Seinfeld?
Oh yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Oh. Every night. It's aired somewhere.
Is it on Netflix? Because if it's not on Netflix, they don't watch it. Or Hulu. Ooh.
Oh, the follow almost spectacular by Caleb. The Salukis have numbers if they hustle. Under 2 to go. Smith-Peters for 3. And the rebound by Darian Williams, who's into the game for the first time.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, geez.
That was a crazy collision there.
The foul is against Sean Lloyd Jr. Josh Hall went to the ground.
Well, watch the
this.
initial contact, but now watch.
He just missed his head. That could have been really, really bad for Hall.
Charlie Tooley, number 1, has checked in for the first time here for Nevada. 6 foot, 195-pound sophomore out of Granite Bay, California.
And for the season, Nevada is averaging 84 points a game, so they are right on the cusp. Just another day at the office for the Wolfpack. Very, very difficult to guard.
Barry Hinson said that Nevada is the best non-Power 5 team he has seen this year on tape. He said they will be the best team that will play all year long, and they did play Louisville. He said that's how good this Nevada team is.
The only 2 teams that Nevada has lost to are Texas Tech on the road. It was a very good basketball team. It was in the top 25.
82-76 in overtime.
And they had the game won too. It was they had the lead late and lost it, and then went into overtime, and they struggled shooting the basketball. And the other game they lost is to TCU, who's in the top 25 and still one of only 4 undefeated teams in America. Not trying to make excuses for Nevada, but they challenged themselves. They came up short a couple of times against very good competition. I don't see anybody in the Mountain West, Justin. And the Mountain West is not bad.
Right.
Boise State, San Diego State, always good teams. Wyoming. But trying to imagine anybody beating this team maybe more than once in conference, I don't see it.
And that TCU game was played in LA, and that was an 84-80 game.
But they made a couple of shots late. It was a 10-point lead for TCU with about 45 seconds to go. Sometimes scores can be deceiving.
That's what they're hoping the committee sees as well. Underneath, good pass. Unable to finish, though, is Foster. 45 seconds to go. And Lloyd gets fouled by Darian Williams. And Williams looks like he took one where you don't want to get hit if you're a guy.
Well, that was a really hard foul. It's one of those things like you're on defense and you try and foul a guy and you end up getting hurt because you swiped down a little bit too hard. But yeah, he's shrugging it off over there. He'll be all right.
Could take a couple minutes.
Yeah, a couple.
'83-80. Those 2 losses for Nevada came right after they reached the top 25 for the first time since the final poll of 2007. They were ranked number 22. That was the December 4th AP poll. They lost December 5th at Texas Tech, then lost December 8th against TCU. They have been receiving votes this week.
The problem for them is they're not going to have a ton of opportunities to play against, top 25 competition.
A 3 is good for Charlie Tooley, and the bench loves it. And now a 3-shot foul with 8.5 seconds to go for Aaron Cook. John Jones gets called for that foul. For Southern Illinois, they had won 3 in a row. They'll fall to 7-5 on the season, while the Wolfpack will move to 11-2. Again, they played the majority of this game without Marcus Bartley. Started the game as been troubled with some back spasms during practice. There he is. Really couldn't do much. Kavion Pippen in foul trouble the majority of the game, fouled out. And the final score, 86-64. Nevada defeats Southern Illinois.